40 seconds till showtime. 15 seconds till showtime. 10 seconds till showtime. 5 seconds till showtime.
Thank you very much.
This showtime.
Thank you.
Hello, you beautiful nerds. Welcome to the Drunk Banthas podcast, live every Monday at 8 p.m. Pacific time, where we talk about sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and all the popular art that we love. Also, we do it drunk. Mostly drunk. Always encouraged, but never mandatory. I am joined, as always, by my co-host, Brother Bill. How you doing?
I'm doing mostly great. How are you doing? And shout out to everybody out there watching with us today tonight live, whether you're in Vietnam or you're in Alabama or you're in Chicago, Arizona, Washington, wherever you are in the world. Shout out to you and thank you for joining us. Alex, what are we going to be talking about tonight?
Oh man, we have a great show for you guys tonight. We're going to be talking about Monarch for all mankind seasons ending. We're going to be talking about True Detective Night Country season beginning. And as always, we're going to be talking shit. But let's go ahead and enjoy our panel. Let's enjoy and introduce our panel. We got Nine from the Nine Nerd Yards channel. What's up, bud?
Hey, how you guys doing today? Happy MLK Day. I'm the one in Chicago right now going through a crazy cold snap. It is currently 0.
Jesus.
Currently outside, there is nothing. It's 0.
0 and no reason to go outside.
That's what 0 stands for when it's 0 degrees.
But yeah, it's Martin Luther King Day, and I want to give my respects to all of you young revolutionaries out there.
That's right. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Martin Luther King, although we are black people working on
it's
Martin
a shame.
It's a shame. But you know what? We do it for y'all. We do it for y'all.
Y'all think if Martin Luther King was alive today, he would be a streamer? He would stream.
Martin Luther King would definitely have a YouTube channel.
You definitely have a YouTube podcast. Yeah.
Yes,
I could feel that. Yeah.
Maybe that's something like weird and superfluous too. He's like, let's cover all the episodes of The Office. Like, something really
Martin, it's been done already, Martin.
He was one of the first activists to utilize television as it was a new medium of information. So I think he would have been wise and hip to moving media forms.
Yeah, for sure.
And that was our little piece of Martin Luther King.
That was our Martin Luther King segment.
Martin Luther the King.
Before we get into the topics of the day, we want to let you guys know that we have a sale going on the merch shop. All purchases are 20% off right now, so consider perusing through our store where we have hats, hoodies, shirts, mugs, and all kinds of fun stuff with our dumb and name on it. So you go ahead and check, and our faces. Yeah, we got dumb cartoon faces on there too. So please check that out. You can check that out in the video description or for the link, or go to the shop tab on our YouTube channel, on the Drunk Banthas YouTube channel. Check that out. And also, we will be talking about. Links in the description
all down here.
Also, we are going to be talking about Echo, the new Marvel series, next week. But we just got so much good stuff to talk about tonight, so we're just
who knows?
Or who knows? We'll find out.
Yeah.
So make sure to tune in next week when we talk about Echo and continue our True Detective conversation. But tonight we are starting with an ending. That's right. We're going to that wonderful world of monsters and Russells. We're going to be talking about Monarch: Legacy of Monsters, season 1, episode 10, Beyond Logic, which is obviously a reference to Bill Randa's moniker. Beyond logic lies truth. Before we get into the nitty gritty, the minutia of it all, Bill, how did you enjoy this final episode of this season? How did you feel about the season as a whole? Did you are you excited about what happens next season, or are you checked out at this point?
Why would you ask me first? You see me reaching all hard. Man, this episode sucked. This season sucked. Everything about this. Man, so useless to get rid of the best character on the show, right? In that time period.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna get rid of Kurt Russell. The only reason I'm watching this entire time period.
Yeah, when that happened, I was like, yeah, I guess Wyatt Russell's out of the show just from logic of the show. And there's no reason to keep Kurt around. That novelty's out. Get this nigga out here.
Spend that money. Terrible. I don't want to drop that.
No, man, it was bad.
That Russell.
What do you want to talk about? No, I'm
yeah, Nat, how did you feel about the finale and just like the season overall? Like,
yeah, I mean, sticking with the theme and the great words of Dr. Martin Luther King. What the fuck was this all about? Is a famous quote by him.
I think he said that in like 61, I believe. Yeah, he said
like what? It was when he was coming up. He was coming up. He was still working on his penmanship and stuff. But yeah, like he's coming back on. I mean, we did lose him. But he's finding his way back home.
Okay, yeah. I see the message now. I'm like, what?
But no, like it just didn't really like prove itself to be worthwhile in the sense that like, like justify your existence a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know if we really needed any of this.
Right. Yeah, it seems like it raised more, it answered some questions, but it also raised some mostly logically, like, why are you doing this? What is your point and purpose in life? Stuff like that. But not, it didn't really.
And honestly, if this was 6 episodes, I think they would have hit a sweeter spot, right?
Okay, yeah, for sure. Because
if it just didn't need to be that long. And we have Tim.
Welcome.
We lost you. He was through a portal.
Yeah.
It was 10 seconds for us. How long was it for you?
It's been 37 years.
It's been 56 years for him.
But you look just the same. Honestly.
Yes.
Yeah, Tim, how did you feel about this show on the whole and just in the finale? Initial thoughts.
I don't know if we're getting
got a froze
with him. Are we getting
how you can like
we're not.
We got a freezing.
We got a freezing. And we will be back with Tim.
We cannot hear you, Tim. If you can hear us, we cannot hear you. You're there you are, but kind of not.
Yeah, every like 15 seconds your face moves, and we'll hear a noise.
What is going on?
I don't know. If you have Spectrum, it might be them because they've been fucking up my shit for a while. You could use your phone as a hotspot. That's what I had to do the other night when we went live because our internet fucking went out. But no one noticed. Hey, you're good right now. So how did you feel about Monarch?
I don't know if he can hear us.
Okay, he can't hear us.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think it froze again.
He's good. Yeah. No, he's Nope, I've got Google.
Nope, I've got Google.
Okay.
Okay.
Google what?
Yo, that's wild.
Google Wi-Fi.
Internet?
No, I meant like it's wild that his internet's working so he could send a message, but it's not working.
Right, he can actually
just doesn't have the bandwidth. I think someone is probably
somebody's hacking your shit. The internet does. I mean, the government doesn't
want Bitcoin.
And I can hear you the entire time too.
Yeah, okay, we can hear you right now.
You're looking smooth now. How'd you feel about Monarch? Okay.
You said that you can hear us, but
now I can't hear you.
Yeah, there it is. That's the problem. He can't hear us at certain times. Because we're like getting him. We're getting him, but we're not.
Well, you can go through your breakthrough of the
Well, yeah, just real quick, I do want to say I open every show by saying hello, you beautiful nerds, because I think being a nerd is great, and we're all nerds about something. And I think like unapologetically loving some nerdy shit is beautiful, and I love all you beautiful people. But if you like this show, you might be stupid. I don't understand why. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
If you like the show, stupid. You might be. Definitely.
I'm just joking. No, like you love what you love, but I personally really did not like this show. I liked half of this show for like half of the show. Like the old storyline was consistently better, but as the two storylines started to merge, the story started to make less and less sense. It got more and more corny, and I got less and less interested. So that's just how I felt about it. I don't know what's going to happen in the second season. Maybe it'll be better. Maybe it'll be worse. Who knows? Since we're stuck in the future now. But let's just go ahead and dive into it real quick. In 2015, Dr. Mira explains to Kate that she rigged the Titan lure from Operation Hourglass to send a distress signal from the Hollow Earth. They reunite with May and Shaw. Dr. Mira is devastated to learn that decades have passed and that Bill never returned from his expedition to Skull Island. So, Kaiko,
that's a very nice way of saying he got ate.
Oh yeah,
he was eaten.
Yeah, he never returned.
He never returned. Because he was eaten.
Oh yeah, was he eaten or was it like?
Yeah, he was eaten in
by
King Kong.
Kong Island.
No, it wasn't
skull lizards.
Yeah,
definitely Skull Island.
It was Skull Island. I said Kong.
Yeah, I'm saying Kong didn't eat him.
No, yeah, it was like a praying mantis looking shit.
Yeah, some other weird little monster.
Who knows? It was all the way back in the first episode. Can you see and hear me now?
Yeah, we can see you plenty.
Okay. Thank God.
But what was happening is like you weren't hearing us, and then we weren't hearing you, and then it was freezing, and then it was just like really funny. I mean, our numbers were down, and then people started watching more.
It's like, oh, this is hilarious.
This is hilarious.
Our
retention rate went up.
Well, there you go.
So yeah, Keiko is full on.
Keiko is it Keiko?
Is Keiko? Yeah, she is fully reeling from her Jumanji situation.
Jumanji.
Tim, since you co-coined Jumanji, how did you? And we missed your whole take about the beginning from the beginning of this.
What did you think about
this?
We'll just start from there.
Well, I think it's a good example of. I think this show is a great example of how you can have like a really great premise, a really great story, and you can just fuck it up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, like the first half of the show was so much better than the second half. The funny thing is, it's not often when the more you learn the mystery, the worse the show gets. It's usually the opposite,
Yeah, that's exactly how I felt too. I was like, well, I guess I never really learned the mystery because I kind of already knew what was going on the whole time, right? And it never really felt like there was this instance of like, oh, this big revelation. Because we knew, like, almost from like the casting and everything, we knew what was going on. We're just waiting for them to figure it out.
Yeah.
Well, also
it was a lot of that. Go ahead, Jeff.
When did Godzilla versus Kong come out?
Like 20.
That was 2021, right?
Oh yes, 2021. Yeah.
But now we basically jump.
That's still like 10 years after this stuff takes place.
Yeah.
There's not really much in stakes,
Well, we had a little 2-year jump, so maybe they plan on doing more jumps by going into the little whatchamajigger, maybe going into the Earth in the middle of this Earth thing.
Yeah.
Maybe they plan on doing more of those jumps that catch them up to where we are in the movies, Or what I think this whole thing is
I thought we were after the by the finale of the episode. We're after the movies, right? Like we're leading in.
No, not yet.
Oh,
I think it's 2018 in this.
Okay.
When they get
Shouldn't
out.
the finale be in like 2017?
It was because it was only 2 years later.
Mm.
So what I think what my theory is that they're building up towards showing us the prequel, like the beginning of the company that makes Mecha Shiva Godzilla.
mm-hmm.
You know, I think that's really all it is.
Yeah, I think so too. And it would have been more interesting.
I don't think there's no grand plan for this show. I think it's just like we're gonna fucking squeeze as many fucking dollars out of this as we can.
Yeah. Like, where the money at?
For like the big reveal, which is bearded Kong, right? Old man Kong.
Which he got old.
Which is kind of interesting, because like, aren't you like what? How many years old? But,
maybe he couldn't get back to the portal. He got old.
Yeah, right. Oh, that would make sense. Yeah, he can't go into like his whatever.
Well, that's like the weird thing too, because like everyone should still stays younger in the upside down or whatever.
Yeah, but maybe he couldn't get back to the upside down for a long time, so that he ended up getting old. That's my only theory, is like he was lost.
But it still doesn't work though,
because I thought it was So that's why I thought it was after like all of Godzilla versus King Kong.
Right. Well, it might be because I don't necessarily know when the movies are set, because like I know like the first one is set in 2014, but beyond that I'm not sure like if it's a year, like the next year when crazy shit happens, and then the next year after that is.
Well, we know this one was set in 2015, and what's her name went through the little attack majig.
Right, I'm saying 2014 is like when the first movie was set. But beyond that, I don't know.
Hold on.
It's set in 2024.
Yeah, I'm looking at it
this year.
now. I'm looking at it right now.
None of that makes sense.
Legacy of Monsters.
What they said in the show, none of that makes any goddamn sense.
From the latest time jumps.
None of that makes sense.
I cannot with that,
because it said 2015 in one of the
Oh wait, these are just the release dates for the episodes.
Yeah,
I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so wait, timeline. What's the timeline?
Okay, so Godzilla versus Kong is set 5 years after the events of Godzilla King of Monsters, which was set in 2021.
Okay. Well, that's just raises more questions, because I do like. It seems like we get the old man Kong in the trailer for the new Godzilla movie, Godzilla and Kong movie, but he didn't have a beard in Godzilla versus Kong, right? He was
he also didn't have armor back then, so shit's gonna get stupid.
Right. Yeah, he we missed a Transformers crossover movie somewhere in the middle of that.
Right.
No joke. When I saw the trailer the first time, I thought there were Transformers.
Same. I was like, wait, I thought they were crossing over with G.I. Joe, not these guys. But yeah,
that one with the mechs and what's it with the Charlie Hunnam?
Pacific Rim.
Oh yeah, Pacific Rim. Yeah.
Oh right.
I think there was somebody saying that there was a theory that the Pacific Rim universe crosses over with this universe in like season 2. Because I think the director is the same director or something like that.
Well,
showrunner is the same director or some shit like that.
They're both made by Legendary Pictures, so they're definitely under the same umbrella.
Okay.
So that could definitely happen.
That would be a unique way to make me hate both more.
Right? I do not like those movies either.
I'm not saying it's a smart thing. I'm just saying.
I like the first one. I haven't seen the second one.
The number one question for me is what's happening with this show.
Yeah.
So what the fuck is actually going on? What in the absolute fuck are we doing? And that's the only thing. My two theories about like being a prequel about this fucking boring ass company that we didn't know anything about for some reason in the last movie, and then or it's timey-wimey multiverse wobbly stuff, and we get it.
Yeah, to your point. I do want to bring up the titular entity of this show, the Monarch.
The Monarch.
Thank you. Yeah, it's because halfway through this episode, I was like, what the fuck do you guys even do, really? Because homegirl, I forget who, like Tim's boss, like Tim was like, we need to do something about this, and she was like, oh well, you see all these fucking points on this map, we got to deal with this. But she doesn't explain what they're gonna do. Like, she doesn't explain what the plan is. Like, and as we've learned, or at least what I've learned from the movies, they don't really fucking do shit anyway. They just watch things happen. They let them fight, as it were.
Or so you
they're
thought.
Like, do you remember? They're like, do you remember in Wayne's World 2? And it's like, what are you guys doing? And they're like, oh, well, we need to stack these watermelons and chickens from that side of the road to this side of the road. Meanwhile, these guys are going to walk back and forth with this giant pane of glass. And we're just going to keep doing that for a while. And then it's just like, oh, I wonder if it will pay off. That's basically what they are.
What's funny is that I'm going through the Reddit right now, and there's no one talking about this show.
Really?
Like, just on the Godzilla subreddit. That's oh my gosh, Kojima dropped a review. And okay, so it's funny because Hideo Kojima, the legendary game developer that made Metal Gear Solid and whatever, he drops these reviews on Twitter. I follow him, and he typically just when it's not like a super long one, that means he doesn't like it. And I don't think he liked this. Like, he didn't have anything much to say.
Can I also just ask, what the hell is with people and leg injuries in this show?
What's up with leg
injuries?
What's the deal with leg injuries?
Tim's got hurt so bad he's walking around with a cane. Next scene, he doesn't even have a limp. And Contero or whatever his name is, had his leg in fucking traction. And then he's just walking around fine. But they keep being like, how's the leg? Huh? Hurts when it rains. How's the leg? It's just like, what?
Makes a weird clicking noise.
Yeah. Like,
look, I don't really like
they don't even limp.
Kentaro doesn't really seem like, I mean, like I said, maybe
smart.
There's a
Agreed.
No, I was like, maybe there's a mistranslation in like Japanese cinematic performance or Japanese like television acting, dramatic acting, because his shit was not good to me.
Yeah,
his shit was a little off.
Yeah, he's definitely not my favorite actor on this show.
His delivery was just so for moments that are so big, a person's
right
life.
Yeah, he's very flat most of the time.
Was this episode really called Beyond Logic?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, because it should have been the name of the series. Legend instead of Legends of Monsters, it should have been Monarch Beyond Logic. That should have been what the name of the whole show was.
Honestly, it probably would have made more sense, like tying into Adler's saying, but also made more sense about like the narrative of the show. It just makes no logical sense.
Right.
Yeah, let's talk about Jumanji a little bit.
That was the best part of the show, right? Like, the best part of the whole episode was their reunions.
Yeah. And I think it has a lot to do with the fact that Keiko has been consistently the best part of the show. She's the best actress. She has one of the better stories. And she just came in and was like, "Hey, do y'all want to act today? Because I came to act today." Like she
and then half the cast was like,
I was like, nah, not really.
We got the check.
They're still paying us.
Yeah.
Right? Right. Like, we already got the check. Nine, how did you feel? Hell, I can write you a check. Nine, how did you feel about the Jumanji of it all?
I mean, yeah, that was the best part. And then like just her realization of like what's going on. And then she's like reasoning in her head. She's like, oh, okay, the gravitational, and she can't even finish the thought.
Because she like does the math.
Fuck.
Yeah, you can see her doing the math in her head, and she's like, oh, yeah. I think that I thought that was really, I don't know. I was melancholy in my feelings because I was like, yo, I don't think I'd be that devastated. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be like, okay, damn, Bill died. Like, I thought I was dead. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, a few minutes ago, I thought I was dead. So who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, it's cool. I expect some things to have fucked up.
Right.
It was a fucked up situation. Maybe everybody died when I fell in here. You know what I'm saying? There was some bugs that drugged me down here. So who knows what happened? I feel like that was a little much. What do you feel like? I think there was a little sauce on that. What do you think?
I think there was a.
Well, no, not what do you think? What would your reaction be? That's more interesting.
My reaction would probably be similar. I think she just had enough of just the right amount of paprika on this sandwich. I would have probably just because, like, you know, it's not just, you know, Bill. Yeah. It's also, you know, we assume that she had other friends in life. Like if I, you know,
she had no other friends.
We didn't see those scenes at least.
I mean,
but yeah, somebody told me it's like you're dead, my mom's dead, all of you guys are dead, and I'm also you're gonna come back to a world that's completely unrecognizable to you. It's like Captain America. She's Captain America. She's a woman at a time. So yeah, I would have probably
her only friend was there in front of her. He was old.
He was old,
and he
was supposed to be dead.
That was I really liked her reaction to her seeing him too. Just like, oh fuck, what's going on? Like just looking at his face. What about you, Tim? Did you get all emotional during this scene?
Well, so first off, I actually think her reaction was spot on because unlike with Cap, who's just waking up and just coming to and like, oh, what's going on? She is actually sitting there going through her days and actually thinks it's only been 57 or 56 days. So for her, she's like, it's been like 2 months, whatever, no big deal. And then it's like, oh, no, it's been like more than 2 decades. So I actually thought that was pretty good and spot on. One thing that I loved that they did was Lee doesn't just run out when he knows she's there. Like, oh, hey, what's up, girl? Like they actually did the logical thing of like, okay, I promise this is me. Going to be a little weird when you see me, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like other time travel shows are like, oh, I'm your child. Oh, I believe it immediately. You know, like,
yeah.
They did better than that. The one thing I'm just still like, what the fuck is, so she's been there for less than 2 months and she's perfectly proficient in a bow and arrow. She is right. She is fight Titan level proficient with a bow and arrow.
We don't know. Look, she most likely was an affluent female and with her family growing up in Japan. And
the Mexican or the Spanish translation,
the Spanish translation. Japan. Right?
Yeah.
And
totally.
so
I think
she probably did anything in the comments about that.
She probably tried some archery, or you know what I'm saying? She probably her early life, she could have been involved in some archery, like how she put it together. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, maybe she has some
she's still stupid. Then she's still dumb because she only had like 4 arrows at a time.
Well, you know what you do is you make sure when you hit it, you kill it. And then that's when you just pull it up out of there. Yeah, you just pull it up.
What is she hitting though? Like, what is she really hitting?
Food. We gotta eat them. You gotta eat them nasty. Look, they don't just come out the monster pussy as a big monster. They start out as a little monster. You know what I'm saying? So you kill the little ones,
and they did them. And they did, kill them babies. They did establish in Kong Skull Island.
Babies, man. YouTube is gonna not like this.
That's the next shirt. It's a baby Godzilla and it says "Kill them babies."
Kill them babies.
And they did establish in Kong Skull Island that there are normal types of creatures, like, you know, just like elk-looking creatures and stuff like that. Like several kinds of birds. It's probably something small.
Yeah. I bet it tastes good.
I wonder if they got gator.
I imagine that everything in here tastes like
a little
give me a gator.
Just a little gamey, but like, you know, it's got that otherworldly taste that you're gonna.
I love me some gator. If you like gator meat, put it in the comments. Also, please like, subscribe. It really helps with the channel.
Indeed.
It's the only way we make money. And if you don't subscribe, YouTube said they won't give me my kids back through this custody battle. So
it's a very complicated contract. We're trying to get out of it, but you know how lawyers
it's
be.
for life, apparently. So, shake y'all.
Getting tits.
It's very intense out here.
But yeah, so then like everybody meets up, May, Kate, Shaw, and Mako. They all come up with this plan to escape the upside down using the weird little Titan lure thing, and also Shaw's spaceship thing. It's a whole bunch of fake science. None of this makes sense.
None of this matters.
However, flat earthers will take it as
plot
gospel.
holes. Right, yeah. The flat earthers are all over the show. Yeah.
Right? Open your mind. Shaw Shaw activates the vehicle, but inadvertently lures an ion dragon already present in Access Mundi. Now, this was kind of dumb as shit, right? Because we know that the Titan lure lures Titans. So why is everybody? And they know that they can't open the portal unless a Titan's trying to come through, right? So they knew that a Titan was coming.
Yeah, no, they said that the Titan was going to come, but they didn't think that there was one already in there.
Oh, okay.
So they were waiting on one to come through the portal, not there just be one just hanging out chilling
from Earth's side.
Yeah. Right, yeah, from Earth's side. And also, I don't think they anticipated God fucking Zilla coming through.
The baddest, the biggest and the baddest of them all.
Also, again with Godzilla using the atomic breath 14 feet from a person and no one gets cancer. The fuck?
Right. Yeah, they should just.
You should be able to see the tumors forming.
Yeah, instantly, almost like Chernobyl.
That would be be super fucked up. If they do it better out, that'd be awesome.
Or all these people have motherfucking like superpowers. And this is all bleeding into the Marvel universe. They're all going to become mutants.
Right? This is the prequel for X-Men.
Kate, in season 2, Kate is going to fight and wrestle Godzilla.
Monarch Legacy Heroes.
Yeah. She's gotten gamma ray powers from Godzilla.
I would have flipped if, like, in that last scene, instead of that black girl from Apex Cybernetics, we see fucking Charles Xavier roll up and they go, I would have lost my mind.
It's the Illuminati.
Is he walking or not?
No, not walking. He's rolling up in the yellow version of the wheelchair. Okay. Talking about some. Who do you think is paying for all this? That's exactly how it's going down.
Oh man.
But as all this craziness happens, the Ion Dragon is fighting Godzilla. What did you guys think of the fight scene between the Ion Dragon and Godzilla, though? Bill, what did you?
Who cares?
Did you get any fun out of seeing monsters fight monsters?
You know, we were listening to Kevin Smith talk about the monsters fighting, and he that's what I live for, man.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Love watching monsters. Usually I'm like, man, let's get to the monsters, man.
Right. Yeah.
My monster movie is being ruined by plot. And I felt like, man, they really just been teasing us with they've been trickling down some like little drops of monster in this show.
Mm-hmm.
It is, it ain't good enough as a show to just do the trickle of monster. This show needed all monster every episode. It needed to be a monster of the week episode.
I'm saying 10 episodes was too crazy for this show.
Yeah, the pacing is so off.
I think this should have been a 6 episode.
Exactly what I was saying. 6 episodes.
Yeah, to y'all's point, the pacing was really off, and the putting off the mystery, the reveal of the mystery, which we all already know, is that Godzilla's a good guy, I guess, or whatever. That's
right. These people are kind of interlinked between time and space or whatever.
Right.
There was no reveal really.
Yeah, and the human stuff like you were saying, what Kevin Smith was saying, like he was talking about Godzilla -1 and how that human story is so compelling. I feel like if we, and there's only like 15 minutes of Godzilla in that movie, I feel like if we got a more compelling story from the humans, we wouldn't care so much about the little amount of monsters we got. But that story was ass. So like, well, we ended up what we got. But Bill, you were talking about this before, like at the top of the show. Shaw exits the vehicle to reconnect a cable dislodged by the dragon. Godzilla emerges through the rift and battles the Ion Dragon. And as Dr. Keiko struggles to bring Shaw back into the vehicle, he sacrifices himself to allow their escape. I hate scenes like this when somebody's just like, yeah, let me go. Like every time this shit happens, it's pretty fucking dorky.
Because ain't nobody doing that shit. Nigga going, don't let me go.
Right.
Don't let me go. Don't let me go.
also because there's like 3 minutes, I would say conservatively, and a minute and a half of Godzilla fighting the Ion Dragon, and Kurt Russell's just fucking standing there. Like he could have walked, he could have gotten inside the ship instead of just being like, "Oh shit, now they're coming closer to us." Yeah. I need to. Like that was so goddamn stupid.
It was a use. There's nothing worse in a television series than a pointless death of a main character.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jeff. My bad.
Why did he have to die?
Exactly.
He was holding on to the thing. They were going through the tunnel, and we've already proven on episode ago you can go through without being in a ship, and you're fine. You don't even break a leg like the people outside. Like
right.
That's how Kirk got back.
He's not that he's keeping his options open. It's an option.
Of course he's not. Yeah.
It's an option.
Well, and that's the other part. It would have made more sense if he didn't try running after the ship at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, and because he knows how to survive there. He's not stupid. He could have been fine. But no, like every part of it was just stupid.
Yeah, it was pretty silly. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he's still alive, because as we know in sci-fi, if you don't see a body, that dude could come back. Even no matter how nonsensical it is. But speaking of which, like we go to 2017 at an Apex Cybernetics research station on Skull Island.
Sorry.
Oh, what?
I guess he can come back, huh?
Yeah, he could. I wouldn't be surprised. I was actually expecting
back baby Russell, because they said that he escaped many times from the little housing area.
So I'm saying, like, I feel like it's literally a thing where they have an option on these actors.
Right.
Like the actors have an option. Like, it's in the contract. Like, okay, kill me off, but don't if it's okay.
Yeah. If it does fine, I might come back.
If my mom calls me and tells me this shit sucked, I'm not coming back.
I feel like they're not coming back. Just from
I'm personally excited to see Mecha Shaw in the next season.
Right.
Mecha
Shaw.
Yeah, man.
Mecha Lee Shaw.
Oh wait, that would
Mecha Lee Shaw would be amazing.
That would be ridiculous. And I could see them doing that stupid ass shit. But yeah, Kate, Keiko, and May are all shocked to learn that 2 years have passed and that Tim has joined hands with Apex Cybernetics. If you don't remember, that's
join hands. Is that what Wikipedia said?
That's what Wikipedia said. I guess they thought they were praying together. I don't know.
I always know it is Wikipedia and not him, because I'm like, yo, that's so stupid.
That makes me actually feel pretty good. But
why did you say such a stupid thing? And I have faith that you would know that that's what I would say when you would read it out loud, so you wouldn't write that shit down.
But yeah, I didn't realize this, but I guess I should have. But they reappeared on Skull Island when they got back, and I guess Apex Cybernetics has like their own station there. That's where I guess Rebecca
Lobo.
What's her name from the Godzilla movies? That's where what?
The Morning.
I don't know.
Rebecca.
No, we just last name. We just use last names of Rebecca.
But yeah, like it seems like we're gonna fall right in the middle of King of the what you call it, King of the Monsters or whatever, the Godzilla King of the Monsters movie, but and people love those movies. Like those movies have done really fucking well, but I don't know if the goodwill from those movies are gonna translate to making
goodwill. They didn't even give me a screener. There ain't no goodwill over here.
Yeah, those bitches. Legendary Pictures, holla at your boy. But
we could make your movie or television show the best TV show
at least
ever. We can
do
it only by reviewing it though.
The best.
We can't actually write anything. Or
just make a whole episode and then bring us in, just shit on it, and then just go make that episode again. But
no. Just make your episode. Give us a screener and let us review it.
And it'll be a little better,
and that's it. And it'll be better. Exactly. Whatever. That is what's going to make it better. Alone. Period.
Apple TV Plus. You have the resources. Just use us.
Just use us.
But speaking of Apple TV Plus and finales, we're moving on to a good show, For All Mankind, season 4, episode.
Hold on.
10.
Let me ask you guys really quickly. Do you feel like this should get a season 2?
For All Mankind, yeah, I think so.
No, Monarch.
You know what?
Does Monarch deserve a season 2? Alex, real quick, yes or no?
No.
Okay.
I almost said yes.
Yeah, I saw you.
Yeah, no.
Jeff, what do you think? Does this deserve a season 2? Did it do well enough to commit?
No, not at all. I don't. They didn't give us a story. The cliffhanger there on Skull Island, we've already seen how that plays out. What story could they give us that we need to see? No.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I kind of feel that same way after watching the movie, now watching this, and didn't get anything out of this. Nine, how about you? Does this deserve a season 2?
I mean, like after the next 2 movies, if those are like perfect and have like some very interesting aspects to them, then yes. But I doubt that that's going to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like these are properties meant for the big screen, for the theaters. Why the fuck do we care about 10 episodes of this? Like, I don't understand how these characters are going to go on. It doesn't really make sense to me.
Yeah.
And everyone who might just be tuning in on Nerds at Night or 9 Nerd Yards, I actually just switched it over to 9 Nerd Yards just to see if anybody would be interested in this bullshit. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, it's booming. We're getting more people.
But we should move right along to For All Mankind.
A good show.
The good show. We spent way too long talking about that bad show. But For All Mankind, season 4, episode 10. We were texting about this episode the other day, like me, Matt, and Bill. And at some point I saw a text. At some point I saw a text from Nite that said, "Oh, thank God she's not dead." And then as I was watching the episode, I was like, this could be about anyone. There's like 3 different people.
Right.
It actually made it more intense watching it because it's like, well, who is it?
Yeah, who's almost who's actually gonna survive?
I hope I didn't ruin anything. Just I was just so excited. I binged the whole goddamn show.
Yeah,
it's such a good show.
So quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, props to both of you guys for like hopping on to the season. Actually, all 3 of you, because you just started watching a few months ago, right? Or like before this started?
No. So I started watching like right after I finished what is it called?
Oh, Foundation. Yeah.
And then it didn't take me long to finish it at all. But then Jeff started watching it before we started this show.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this season. And
no. The first episode I saw was season 4, episode 1 for this, and then I watched the other 3 seasons in that time frame.
Right. Exactly. And so then 9 been doing our bit For All Mankind. And so then he just was like so interested in the whole craziness. He was like, man, let me see what the fuck is going on.
Exactly.
So look at that, For All Mankind. If you're watching right now, you should pay attention. Look at what we did. We got people to watch your show, and we've had many people that when this has happened with this show, it's just like, hey man, just watch it. And people watch it, and I don't think that people are gonna like it. I never think somebody's gonna like this show.
It's an
people
odd,
get gripped.
Yeah, it's an odd little show. Like I honestly, again, I didn't
have told everyone to watch it.
Yeah, it's funny because like I didn't think I was gonna like it either. But after the third season, I was like, "Oh, that show's still on. I guess I should. I guess there must be something good about it." But this finale was just like so thrilling, so action packed. Really, it's like one of the more action packed episodes of the season, and everything really comes to a head that's been like building up all season. Tim, how did you feel about this finale? Again, like, are you excited about the next season because we got some implications for the next season?
All right. So first off, I fucking called it. On episode 1, I was like, the way they're treating these guys, it's like they've never heard of the proletariat and the bourgeoisie, and it's like, yep. Yeah, shockingly, the people that you kept down non-fucking stop had a violent uprising.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, like, you kept them down. You tortured 2 of them. Poorly, by the way. They like for CIA and KGB, they suck at torture. And it was just like, so that part of it was so not vindicating. It was so good to see them all just fighting back, literally. And then it was good to see, like, it's weird that you're cheering for them to get the asteroid into the Mars orbit, but I was. And then everything with NASA and the KGB chick and Margot and all that, super gripping. And I think they dealt with it really, really well.
Gripping.
Yeah. The grip.
The grip was strong. Yeah.
The grip is strong with this one.
What about you, Nanya? How did you feel about like this finale? And were you also rooting for a Mars win? Or are you trying to like see Earth get?
I mean, for those same things that Jeff said, that Tim said, is that like it was just the right thing to do, and especially with how it kind of like plays out with all of the things that Leda, Dev, Margot want, right? They want to have the space program go on and like, go from Mars and then rings of Saturn or whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah.
But that doesn't happen if the asteroid does get to Earth's orbit, because that's what the whole world just needs, and it'll just completely dominate everything for the next like 10, 20 years, right?
Right.
Over at the rings of Saturn right there. What is that? I mean, that's I don't know. I don't know what planet that is.
Looks like Saturn. It's Saturn.
Yeah, it's Saturn.
It's easier to see in the chat than it is to see on the.
It looks very orange. It looks like Jupiter with Saturn's rings.
Oh yeah, I mean it's orange, but it's definitely Saturn.
Maybe NASA
Actually, Saturn isn't the only planet with rings.
So does Uranus.
Hey-o. Thank you, everybody. That was the Drunk Banthas podcast.
No. MJ, funny how the world said they couldn't afford it. Then next time Montage has a whole new asteroid base. Yeah, like at the end. I like when they do the
that's actually a good point, because that's like a theme throughout the whole series. The government ain't never got no money to do nothing until they got money to do it.
Right.
Well, I think the point was they were forcing their hand so that they had to do it,
But no, the point that we're making is that not the fact that they ended up doing it and they had to do it. Yes. But they make it's always a pulling of the teeth with government when it comes to resources for the bureaucracy, or when it comes for resources for science. And when as much as we can imagine all of this becoming some kind of space expedition for people to live in space, it really is a science expedition at the very heart of everything. It's all about advancing science and technology, and there's never any money in the budget for that shit. Especially in our actual universe, our real life.
In our real life,
That's what I'm saying.
Every single season, they've done something that's gone against what they asked them to do on the ground, and it's like, no, we out here trying to better space. Y'all already fucked up Earth.
Right?
We're out here on space, and we gonna make space better.
And
well, that's what I was saying. That Margot is like the most important character on the show. I feel like throughout, just because of the fact that because of the fact that she was also providing resources or like information to the Russian program, they were able to keep the race going instead of it becoming a lopsided whole thing, and making sure that we got to stay competitive in this. There's like a few cases where actual fuck capitalism. But that's how it goes. Competition actually does breed innovation, I should say.
And it's funny because in the beginning of from the inception of the show, NASA doesn't really get more funding if Nixon isn't in this dick measuring contest with Russia. It's to everyone's point, it's the money isn't there until you want to spend it on something.
But also Margot's to Nine's point, Margot's importance in this show comes around full circle from the first season, where her mentor, the guy who created rocket technology, he has an issue where he worked with the Nazis to get funding for his technology, which then advanced all of this space advancements that we've seen thus far this season.
Yeah, but that's fucked
she
up.
Also, hold on, I'm just saying because what he did was basically the same thing, because he was a traitor. He didn't believe in the Nazis. But he decided to work with them, so he didn't die. Let's just be fair
off so we don't get the copyright.
Oh no, I can beat that. I can beat that.
I mean, why you want
to? It's not a struggle. It's proving a point. It's not a struggle. It takes me no time to do it. But but it's because she's also a traitor, and she judged him so harshly for what his choices were.
Committing war crimes.
And so therefore she is now looking at it. You can tell there's moments where she's looking at it and going damn, Aleda's looking at me like I was looking at old dude. And then she mentions it. She actually mentions it in this episode. I was standing right there. And, I'm glad that they did that, because there's always fucked up shit that goes on when actual science is advanced.
100%.
Yeah, that's an interesting way.
On too long.
No.
I need some water.
That's a very good point. And the show's always been about doing something fucked up for the betterment of all mankind. And it's just another example of that. And back up in outer space, we're getting a space heist underway. All parties prepare for the Goldilocks burn. Margot is surprised by the
space pirates.
It was space pirates. Space piracy. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize they were space pirates. That makes me love this episode even more. They should have called it Space Pirates.
The first space pirates.
It's Perestroika.
Oh yeah, I wrote it down. And then
Perestroika.
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 Do you know what that means?
Why did the first pirate have to be?
I'll look it up.
He was the first pirate captain, but he wasn't.
Well, that's the only pirate that you remember when it comes to history. The pirate
that's
captain,
true.
It'll be like,
I pirate black ass.
It'll be like, oh, remember old Big Dick, Big Dick Willie. Remember him? No, who was he with? He was with Captain Blackbeard. Remember when we was doing that job with Blackbeard? He was the one who
nobody remembers him.
He was the one who had the really small dick. It was weird.
So Perestroika means let us know in the let's see here. 369 admin group. Just here supporting the channel. Haven't watched the show in discussion, and the guy in the middle looks like the guy from the movie Clerks. Are you talking about this guy here?
Hello. I'll take a silent Bob moment. That's unfortunately very true.
You wouldn't have got to know. Yes, this guy right here. And so parent means
thank you for joining 369.
Means restructuring, referring to the restructuring of the political and economic systems of the Soviet Union in an attempt to end the era of stagnation. Okay.
It's a pretty apt description for this episode.
Yeah.
That is him. I don't know if you could call him Pirate Black Ass.
Oh no.
She was just saying what Alex said it earlier.
I'm just
thank you for that.
But that is
that better
something about that doesn't match up.
That better be your name on the next stream, Tim. You better go by Pirate Black.
It's because of the hackers.
But yeah, moving right along. The hijackers establish contact with Sam and launch. Before that, how the pirates' plan is discovered and a secure discriminator put in place, ruining the plan. Yeah, and the burn begins.
Does anybody have a discriminator? Does discriminators really do anything, or is that just like a fake thing? And why would you, if it's fake, why would you come up with that one? Discriminator. You got a big white supremacist box up there.
Yeah.
So let us know in the comments. Is that a real thing? I don't know.
Yeah, that's a weird statement. But how did you guys feel about just the heist in and of itself? Sam hanging out from the side of the ship. Like her getting into a fist fight and she doesn't even have a tether. Like
Can I go first?
I was moved.
That was crazy.
Alex, you were tethered to the scene.
I was
tethered to the screen, if you will.
Yeah.
I have been saying for the whole beginning of this season that somebody big is gonna die at the end of this series, and it didn't happen. We got what's his name? Sergey.
Yeah, Sergey got
killed. So that's a pretty big one. That's a pretty big one, but it was at the season before. I mean, the episode before the last one. So I was expecting a really big death. And spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, nobody big died in this, and it was very saddening to me. I was thinking, what's his name, Frank or whatever the nigga name who came out there to take Sam off the thing. Look, if I was Sam, he'd have been a dead motherfucker now. Let me tell you something, because he threw me. No, you threw me on out like it was nothing,
right? You didn't even try to
save me. You ain't trying to put me onto a tether. You just, you think it's sweet.
Yeah, I was expecting there to be a moment where he was like, Sam, don't do this or something like that. No, he just came in hot like, They just start kicking her ass.
I'll tell you what, I thought it was going to be when he realizes she used her tether. He was going to stop trying to save the ship and go to save her.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, a little humanity.
Asshole. Yeah.
No, he's like,
he just threw her out knowing she ain't got a you can see she ain't got a tether. He saw her take it off in the little camera.
By the way, did he remind anyone of Dex from season 1 and 2?
Yeah, he actually, you said that before. He seems just like
I thought they looked and sounded alike. Yeah,
he is Andy Belford, brother. He sounds just like him. He looks just like him. He got to be Andy Belford, brother. And the reason I call him Andy Belford is because he played Andy Belford on True Blood. He's Sheriff Andy Belford. And
yeah, he really is.
And I can't remember his name on The Wire, but his character's name on The Wire. But he was on The Wire.
Yeah, season 2 of The Wire. He's working on the.
Also, Bill.
I haven't gone to season 2 yet.
Discriminator, a circuit or device which only produces an output when the input exceeds a fixed value. So it is a real thing.
So it really is.
You didn't just come up with that. Yeah. Yeah,
and I do.
It's like, well, what about a quantum discriminator?
Oh yeah, that was in a Marvel episode, I think.
Yeah.
It's funny how this show always uses like real science for their stuff. Like they have these they have these videos on Apple TV Plus where there's like science. This is the science of this episode. It's like like it's pretty rad. Like how they use solar. What you call it, solar sails, and I think
understand my creation.
And now they use solar sails in the second season.
Go. Time to be distracted by your worthless chime ins. Gone.
Yeah, like how they what you call it, sales in the second season, like they explain how that's a real thing. I hope they have some cool episodes like that in this season.
We have got to. I'm sorry. I was stuck on weird science.
Oh, you don't say.
We got to talk about weird science now. No, I'm joking. Not right now. But on the show that we do,
the next topic,
called "Does It Hold Up?" Season 2 is coming out.
It's on the list.
Check out Jumanji.
Did anyone else?
Jumanji Mom.
Did anyone else love the super nerdy science battle where they had to try and make typing look super like suspenseful?
Right. Yeah.
It's like zooming in on them, zooming on the code.
That was actually the most real you could make typing seem suspenseful.
Oh my god!
Because in every other show and movie, it's like they're typing and doing things that don't require typing.
Right. And they add all these sound effects that computers don't make.
Yeah.
David Fincher is the only one I've seen make typing and hacking look fucking sick. Like probably because he also cut it with college.
Who did Mr. Robot?
Yeah, I got you. I got you guys right here.
Ooh, what was his name? Sam Esmail. Sam Esmail.
Yeah,
but he was
this is a great example.
Which he's like
trying. It's moving too fast.
Really?
We could just start
What about
typing. We can just start typing at the same time because that's how typing works.
Oh, fuck.
What about Swordfish threatening to kill a guy if he doesn't hack fast enough while getting a BJ?
Oh yeah, that was insane. Oh
This
man,
guy-
we should.
just the fact that he stopped the hack by just unplugging the computer. Like that's how any of that stuff works.
Oh man, yeah, the guy who wrote this knew. I don't think he owned a computer. But
he wrote it.
He
He had one of those he had one of those speaking spells.
Yes, he wrote all of this on a speaking spell for sure, and translated it on an Etch-a-Sketch.
And by the way, guys, if you're tuning in from Nerds at Night or 9 Nerd Yards or Drunk Banthas, please leave a comment. Let us know if you have enjoyed this season of For All Mankind. And we're working on actually getting some actors from All Mankind on the show. So stay tuned for that. Stay fucking tuned.
Everybody, if you're listening right now, cross your fingers and toes. Help us out with some good juju.
Or leave a like and subscribe. The more,
do that.
The more you help us with that, the more likely it is for them to jump on over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come on over.
If you're tuning in from 9 Nerd Yards, say something right now. I know there's one person on. I see.
You gotta be at least one person.
They're gone.
It was like
they're gone. They're
he
like,
sees
fuck.
me. They're like, he sees me. Jesus,
he's looking in my eyes. He's in my.
I didn't know they could see me. I didn't know they could see me.
But later on in the episode, Margot.
That's what's up.
Something right now. Margot and Aleda, like they help the Goldilocks heist go through. But Margot is taken into handcuffs. She takes responsibility for hacking. And
we jump past Miles.
We'll get to Miles. I'm going to talk about the
just finishing Margot.
Yeah, and also
we ahead of Miles.
Margot go to jail, man. You think that's right?
I mean, yeah, she should have been in jail before she left America.
She did fuck up.
Yeah,
she fucked up.
So you got to suffer.
You know what? She's like OJ for the. She's like OJ for the theft. He should have gone to jail before.
She cheated the country, and then she gave some fucking bogus calculations to this dude, and then he still died. So listen, like she deserved that. So like she gets nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Yeah. You know what?
What about you? Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah.
I should have saved that drop. I should have saved that drop. The good day, sir.
You lose.
I didn't say that. But yeah, no, you're right. I what do you think, Alex? Do you feel like she should have gone? I mean, Do you feel? Hold on. Do you feel like Aleda should have gone to jail? I mean, that's because that's really the thing. Is like Aleda is the one who actually did it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Margot did talk her into it, so I do get why Margot would take full responsibility and like she's like, Aleda, you actually got a future. My life is already kind of fucked.
Well, yeah,
but I do. It does really suck for Margot because she doesn't have to. She's not going to jail in like America. She going to like Russian, like prison.
No, Margot ain't going to Russia. She's going to be in America.
Yeah, she's got to be in America. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Because
they
restricted her diplomatic. They restricted her diplomatic immunity.
Right.
So therefore, she went to prison in there. Right. So you know how it goes.
Nerd. I ain't got time to be distracted by your worthless comments.
Yeah, that was pretty devastating. I feel like this isn't the last we've seen of Margot, and I bet the first episode of next season is going to start with Margot getting ready, but in prison. Every episode starts.
Every since season 2 or
I think
season 1,
first season, like first
season
episode,
1, first episode. It opens up. Every season opens up with her getting out of bed, but it's not a bed. It's always a sofa bed. Like it's never. She's like either waking up on a sofa or waking up out of a sofa bed. She had a sofa bed when she worked at.
She was doing an all-nighter. She smells of the lamp.
Yes. This young lady never brushes her teeth. She never takes a shower.
Well, of course not.
She was on her side.
She would have been sexy in the first season, but I never saw her take a bath or go home or change clothes.
So you were rarely into Miss Cobb, huh? Astronaut Cobb?
Me, Molly Cobb?
Because she always takes
nonstop.
Oh yeah, she was bathing all the time.
I
think she won an award for best bath.
She was clean. She was always clean. Yeah.
That's actually why they wrote her off the show. The water budget was getting too high.
Hot take. I never really liked Molly Cobb because I think that her American accent's kind of bad. But and that always distracted me every time she was.
I really liked.
Dude, I didn't know she wasn't American.
The episode where I didn't know she wasn't American. But the episode where she goes to space, like season 1, that's like one of my favorite episodes of the whole series. And it's dedicated to like the real not astronaut but like person that worked at NASA, Jerry Cobb. I think she's like the first, actually she might be like the first like female astronaut.
Yeah, I think it is. I think she is.
It's like but she died. She's dead. Sorry.
Yeah, I really like the character and like her arc and her like stubbornness. Like she's not a perfect character, or she wasn't, RIP, but
she was
not a fan. Character. Never been a real big fan of that actress, and I feel like
she was a perfect character, but because she knew she wasn't perfect, she said she wasn't perfect, and she just was like, yo, I'm out here to get this shit done, son, and she did.
She reminds me. It's funny because she looks like the woman that's on the Artemis 2 mission, like the people that are going to the moon.
Oh, really?
NASA Artemis
the moon.
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that crew. Would it be fucked up if like the president like saw that? He saw For All Mankind, and it was just like in a very For All Mankind way. It was like, we need to get somebody who looks like her.
right. Here, let me see.
Can we also talk about how the show did her dirty, killing her off screen in between seasons? Dick move.
That was kind of that was
surprising.
Dirty.
Hold on.
You could have at least killed her on series.
We can do a whole series recap next week. We can do a series
we can do like 30 good
week.
Minutes on Molly Cobb right now.
Because we do got to talk about this.
This is her on the. This is the Artemis crew. These are who's going to space, and these motherfuckers look like the bald ones.
Yeah, right.
They look like the fucking bald ones, and then this looks like
photoshopped as fucking.
Yeah, they definitely airbrushed this shit.
Very, very painterly.
Yeah.
They dropped this dude. That ain't even his neck.
Artemis, clever clever name. That's the goddess
Yeah.
of the moon.
That's for
it's really that's a really good good name. NASA's really good at
I
naming
mean,
shit.
look, if they were bad at it,
But,
wouldn't that just make them bad at their job?
If they
Y'all don't know nothing about
Well, I
space
mean,
stuff.
right.
Y'all don't know no space
I
stuff.
mean, like,
y'all just name
if they
shit
named
Bob
you
and shit. Come on.
Demeter, it would be like, really? Well, oh shit. Okay. Do you know the funniest thing NASA ever did?
What?
What's that?
Okay. Jupiter is Zeus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, all of Jupiter's moons, Ganymede and I forget the names of the other ones, they're all named after people that Zeus boned and just fooled around with. And
Okay.
when they sent the satellite past Jupiter to get the most detailed pictures possible, the satellite name was Juno, which is Zeus's wife.
Okay. Okay.
That's so. Oh man, I love nerds. That's pretty
Right?
But yeah, moving back up to Mars, where things are getting a little prickly. Miles is freed from captivity by Ilya and his men, stirring up a riot against the Mars security forces attempting to raid the North Korean capsule. Oh, about the raid?
When you
or about the
no. When you first saw Miles this episode, weren't you like, haven't you guys been like beating on him for a day and a half? How does he have like a small cut above his eye and barely a black eye?
That's one thing that always bothers me in movies. They very rarely get like the realistic lacerations and stuff, like from getting beat on in the face all the time.
You know why?
Like, I expected an eye to be swollen.
There's this thing called rating systems. And I can't have I just can't get a certain rating system if there's a certain amount of violence.
Isn't this already TVMA?
Yeah, this is already TVMA though, so they got carte
but
blanche.
there's a level above TVMA, and also you still want a certain amount of people to be able to watch it. So you want, because somebody's not gonna let their 12-year-old watch it or whatever. You lower your ability to have better viewers. I mean, a larger amount of video.
Right.
You lower your audience.
Yeah.
When you have too much violence.
Right.
A lot of what they were doing doesn't require violence. Like a lot of what the CIA and the KGB do as far as
at the end of episode 9. But at the end of episode 9, it literally shows the CIA and the KGB agent going back and forth, punching him in the face.
Yeah.
So again, like just too.
I
little.
feel like you would have like almost brain damage, and that doesn't make it an exciting show.
I will say, I did really. I did really like Miles's performance of like them giving him the carbon monoxide poisoning. Like I felt like he was having trouble breathing, and like he's like when he was like, "I'm gonna be sick." Like all that felt really real.
I also love how pissed off the KGB guy got that he puked on his foot. It's like, what did you think was going to happen?
Yeah.
You're intentionally poisoning him and walking right next to him. These are very obvious. Like if A equals B and B equals C.
If I feed a motherfucker Malox and he shits on and some of it gets on my face, I can't be mad at him for shitting. I literally induced this.
You'll probably be mad that he let it get to that point. You're like, come on, dude. You're shitting on my shoes. Just tell me the truth at this point. Just let me just give me the info.
Like, you should have just given up, bro.
I guess it's actually kind of weird that they didn't like find out details on his family and stuff first,
beforehand, right? Like that, they should have known that before they even went into that room with him. Like, their job is to be gathering intel the entire time they're up there.
They have intel on probably every person that goes.
I have
doesn't that say wife and children in that folder?
I have a theory on that, and I was saying a little bit of it last week. Like,
I think you covered it last week.
Yeah, the Russians and the CIA have not had a lot of conflict around the world since the 60s, so they're not really well versed in torturing people like our version of the CIA and the KGB are.
And also,
so
even getting your orders from back in the Russia or KGB, that's going to take time.
At this
13,
moment, I think it
know.
takes like a 20-minute delay or something like that, or something.
Or something.
They said
like
it
they
early
said
in this
5
season.
minutes in between.
5 minutes.
From like
So
minutes,
you can imagine you've been whooping up on somebody, and then you
Also-
gotta wait 5 minutes for somebody to tell you something. What you gonna do in the in between time? Just whoop on them some more. Shit, don't just hit them some more.
Bill, I think your theory is spot on, because one of the things I was going to complain about is like, really, Danny, you didn't think they were going to. Danny, you didn't think they were going to go in there and just start beating the shit out of and torturing this guy when you told her to get the answers? But again, yes, the CIA and the KGB never had to learn fun things like torture during the Cold War.
Exactly.
Right,
and then where does that fall out of, get lost in translation? I mean, it's fucking what? 200,000 miles away or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Like it gets lost in translation a lot of times before it gets to where
you
it's
guys
supposed
feel
to go.
like that was kind of like, I don't know, do you feel like Danny handled Miss Poole, Commander Poole? Do you feel like she
some respect on her name?
what do you feel? Hi, Bob. How do you feel about her character handling that stuff? Because there's moments I was just like, really, Miss Poole? Like, is this really you right now? Or is it kind of like you just want to beat Ed? Or like, I don't know. Like, it was
like in this episode specifically, or throughout the season?
This episode's, I guess, like we could say like the last 2-3 episodes, because this is when it was like all kind of ramping up. There were some like choices I was just like, well, she started the season like really caring about their workers' rights,
right?
And then she just like, you know what, fuck you.
Well, we forget that she was really traumatized early in like the first episode of this season. She is directly traumatized from the work environment that they have, because her homie got motherfucking murked because of some faulty Russian equipment. And our homie, Sergey is our homie. That's all. But her homie was the new redhead boy who was he was talking way too much to be a new character in the first episode. Just talking way too much. No, he gonna die.
I was like, damn.
No, he fixing to die.
Seemed like a really cool character to have on.
So
like,
cool.
I bet they have so many drafts where he survives.
Yeah.
Oh man, he was such a cool character. Dead. We killed him
like,
first.
we're gonna
killing him dead. And I like that. I like that I get close to a character and like and then they just kill his ass. Hashtag kill some people.
It keeps the stakes high. Something that Monarch did not understand.
Or Ahsoka, hashtag kill Sabine.
Fucking hashtag kill Sabine.
Yeah, eventually everything calms down, but it took Danielle getting shot for the whole riot to finally calm down. Everybody's like, "Oh wait, this is bad. Violence is wrong. I need to call my mama and go back to church."
But also, after she gets shot, they don't show what happens to the gun.
We're about to,
so we don't know if some random person
literally just had one bullet in it.
A likely story.
So. The North Korean gun had one bullet.
Yeah, because I remember he loaded that bitch up at the end of season 3.
I think he was.
You think it was?
He loaded up and he was just doing it off himself. So I think he only loaded that thing up with one bullet.
That might be true.
Okay, I could see that.
Yeah,
guys, put in the
that's
comments.
The great thing that they do here too is they go back on shit that happened 2-3 seasons ago.
Yeah,
and you also don't need to have watched 2-3 seasons ago to have gotten that.
Yeah,
check my space gun.
Although it is Danny's fault that she got shot.
It's Danny's fault. Hashtag Danny's fault.
Yeah,
she left the marker.
Why did she leave the marker and then never go back and pick that shit up? Like, hey, we have like one of the first guns on Mars right now, so this is probably a liability. I'm out here. I left the marker there.
And those guys were going in with paintball guns.
And especially if you think about it, because earlier in the season, Danny and Ed, where they're having that flashback, they're going past that rover to feed other Danny. So
Don't
why not pick that bitch up? You're right there.
Right? It's like it's on the way. But after everything calms down, I guess everybody's like, fuck it, we'll build it here.
We'll do it live.
At the end. Before we get to the flash forward, Arena is put under investigation by the Soviet Union, and the abuses of the detainees on Mars make news. Lee's wife arrives on Mars along with a host of other North Korean refugees. I'm sure there's going to be implications for that in the next season. Danny returns to Earth greeted by her family and a new grandchild in your stereotypical wheelchair and arm sling. Like when someone gets shot, you come back in the third act. Loved that. And in 2012, fast forward, Dev gazes from Korolev crater at Goldilocks, which is now the site of an extensive mining operation named Kuznetsov Station.
Now you missed something.
Oh, what's that?
Who saved Miles?
All of the people.
What's it called? The two guys.
Oh, the big Russian guy that was choking him out before.
Was Ilya? The guy who
originally had the store, yeah.
His old boss.
His old boss.
Yeah.
He
still didn't have any lines in this episode.
Yeah, right? He's like, come on, let's get out of here. That was his line. But yeah, man, I was glad he wasn't one of the people who died. You know, people die in this, man.
People die every day.
People die every day, B. But Sam didn't die.
Hey,
Andy Belford didn't die.
It
was great.
Was it just North Korean refugees? I thought it looked like there was a bunch of different nationalities there.
I don't know who. Yeah, I thought it was a lot of different too. But regardless, what the hell? Like, what the hell? Like, all of a sudden, we just got refugees in space now? How?
Yeah, there's definitely going to be an immigration storyline in the next season.
Exactly, man.
I wonder if it will have to do with Elena.
Oh, yeah, she's definitely going to have a lot to say about that. Being an immigrant herself.
She's going to say something.
She's got to be the most powerful immigrant in all of the United States of America.
Man, probably. I was real worried they were gonna blame her and take her away. I was worried for a second before.
They tried to do that to her dad, so that makes. Oh, they did do that to her
they
dad.
Did, yeah.
They deported him.
They succeeded, yes.
Yeah, that was totally fucked up. But I'm glad it didn't go that way. But so many implications for next season. I honestly can't wait to see.
Let us know in the comments.
Goes.
Did you like season finale of For All Mankind?
I can't wait. I can't wait to see the age up makeup they do on Ed this time.
Well, that's actually the first segment for
all meme kind.
For all meme kind. I have a banner and everything here. For all meme kind. I just picked one.
Perfect.
Right. So this character in season 5, this first photo of Ed's makeup in season 5 has already leaked. And yeah, a bit accurate right here.
Tell you what, looks better than some of the episodes from season 4.
Yeah.
Man, I can't wait to see old Ed.
Old Ed. Yeah, maybe he dies off screen next season 2. Who knows?
He's going to be in a mech suit fighting Godzilla on Mars.
What do you think Danny's going to be doing next season?
Man, she's going to look exactly the same. She hasn't changed since season 2 as far as her face makeup.
I read a theory that she might not be coming back or something.
Oh, really?
Well, you know what? None of the older ones might come back just because they're so old.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But we gotta imagine they're gonna bring Margot back at some point. So, like, I don't know. We don't know how far the jump is. Season 1 to season 2 is not a big time jump. So we'll see.
I also don't think they want to. I don't think they want to go to present day. I don't think they want to go to 2024. So I don't think it's gonna be a giant one.
Yeah.
Either. You know.
Yeah, I mean, we realistically already ran out of kind of like. I mean, there's a lot you could still do, but the history, right, that you have to kind of focus on. Like it's more nostalgic to think about like the early 2000s than it is to think about the early 2010s. So like I don't know what they are really going to draw on.
Yeah,
too.
I mean they
That's why I feel like
didn't they ended in 2013?
So like
2012
is when.
But that's why.
So they didn't have 9/11.
No, they didn't have 9/11. But that's why I'm thinking that we won't have a large time jump this next season. It'll be probably like 7 years.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. What's this mean that we got up here?
Honestly, my favorite part about the finale was justice once, everybody lives. Yeah.
Yeah, see, that was my least favorite part about the finale. Like, just this one time, everybody lived.
Yeah.
I was hoping Jake or whatever his name died. I was like, throw his ass off. His ass off. That nigga tried to kill you, bitch.
I think she was trying to.
But again, like we still have because Sergey died basically right at the finale.
Yeah.
So we kind of still got that. And then I feel like Margot's reaction to that, how it all just kind of still
that was his official.
Turns out she's finally able to be human.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty cool.
His official death was when she found out about.
Yeah.
Well,
if Sergey dies in the woods and no one's around to hear it, then
I'm glad everybody else was satisfied.
What's the next meme we got here?
So we got a lot. So it says it had one job, protect. Yeah, I guess it didn't do that.
That's the one thing it fucked up.
Cool.
You had one job.
I have a lot of memes. Friendship ended with M7. Now Dev, I guess, is so it's Margot and Dev. They're kind of linked up, okay. She picked her alliance. Nice, like that. Command Ops, Dev, NASA, Margot.
That's a good one. About the asteroid.
Right. Favorite character in season 4 finale. Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah, he had the most grump ass face. He was just a walking muppet, dude.
And why are you telling anyway? Nigga, he's a fucking snitch. Shut your bitch ass up.
Yeah, what did you solve?
Your fucking shame.
Lil Frothy said it comes as no surprise that there are refugees in space.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. We still haven't figured that out.
No matter how much technology there is in the world, in the universe, apparently.
Yeah. Right. There will be crime and refugees. And no matter, as long as there are people.
And racism and misunderstanding.
Racism and taxes. Yep.
Gun violence. Black people will still get shot no matter where you are.
Yeah. White people yeah, exactly. They just find a way to kill black people. Or maybe not kill one. Shoot one.
But
also has had a lot of injuries.
Right.
I'm not going back to space if I'm.
No wonder she would have go back out there. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she comes back and
also
she comes back and she has thug life on her. But it's like Mars life on her.
Yes.
Mars life
on the top of it.
So to leave the moon, she has to break her arm. To leave Mars, she's got to get shot. She goes to space again. They're chopping a fucking body part off.
She gonna catch diabetes and they taking that foot.
Gonna get eaten by a
space out of retirement.
What's she gonna have to give up to leave Uranus? Hello. What's the next meme on the list?
That's right. You just move it.
This is the last one. We're gonna go. This is the last one. So
this is the last one. I have so many. Let me see here.
You sure do.
Choose the best. That's the best.
Not that one. These are behind the scenes photos. Looks like. Round of applause for the first character with a happy ending. I don't know how happy that's going to turn out to be. That's Alita.
It feels like this raises more problems.
Dev Despicable Me.
That is a good one to end on right there. That is a good one to end on right there.
Yeah, if you guys want to,
fucking crazy looking one.
If you guys want to enjoy all this wonderful meme loveliness, please check out and you're just listening to this on Spotify or wherever you listen to your podcast. Please go to YouTube so you can get all the visuals.
Go, come on over here. I'm waiting on you.
In the words of KirstYn Aguilera,
Kelly
on over,
also
baby.
might have discovered aliens for the first time too.
I think that's going to be the majority of next season.
They've been hinting.
I think next season's going to be a lot of we're finding life, and it's going to be like but who owns it?
Yeah, a form of life, and what does the form of life do, and where does it take us?
Yeah,
that was a good one. You can kill my man, but you can never kill my space program.
There you go.
Hey, priorities.
That was awesome.
But moving right along to our last topic of the night, True Detective, Night Country. Clarice is back and better than ever.
That's the reason half of y'all click this.
We are gonna, and True Detective is back better than ever. It was 2014 when the show when this first season dropped, and the reconnaissance officially kicked off.
10 years ago,
HBO had the one of the best seasons of television that they've ever produced. So before we get into this latest season and our premiere, were you guys fans of True Detective? Did you watch all 3 seasons? Did you skip out after season 2 and didn't pick it back up like I did? 9. What about you? Were you always a fan of True Detective?
Oh yeah, I was a big fan. I think I got onto the first season a little bit late. It would have been like a year or 2 afterwards. But yeah, hooked me. With the premise.
We'll forgive you. We'll forgive you for not watching it when it came out.
Yeah. There's reasons why I didn't watch it, but you know what? I'm gonna keep that to myself. It's MLK Day. But yeah, no, True Detective is just good premise. It's just a good fucking premise. Just have a detective series based around two very flawed people, and we're gonna just ride with that. It's perfect.
What about you, Jeff? Were you always a fan of True Detective?
I never watched an episode before today. I watched one scene with Alexandra Daddario a lot, but this was the first time I watched
Oh yeah, the bar scene. The bar scene, obviously. She's really good in. Yeah, she's really good in that scene.
She knows what she's doing. Yeah, she's a fantastic actress. A true thespian. Yeah.
Funny story. She was almost Jessica Jones. It was between her and Kirsten Ritter right down at the end. So that would have been a very different.
I feel like Kirsten Ritter is perfect as Jessica Jones.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know if Alexander would have been.
Sorry, what did you?
I would have watched it for different. I would have watched Jessica Jones for different reasons then.
But
no, I just never got into it. Don't know why. I think I was just kind of one of those annoying fucks who, for a long time, was like, "Ugh, McConaughey, I don't want to watch this." And it's like he usually does good stuff, so maybe just stop being a bitch and watch it.
Yeah.
So now I'm watching the first 3 seasons because this
had
episode was so good.
Great comment here. True Detective all have had solid premieres, and this one is the perfect cold weather watch.
It is a nice cold weather watch.
I don't know what that means. We are in Los Angeles.
I literally felt cold watching this. It is literally 0 degrees out here, and
it is nothing outside right now.
It's literally so cold. And then also, I felt the same way watching Blue Eyed Samurai. I just felt cold watching both of these shows. I'm like, Jesus, it's so cold.
The winter before I moved to Austin, there was a day in Chicago where it was colder in the city of Chicago than the surface of the moon.
Jesus, that doesn't make sense.
It gets hot on the moon sometimes though, because
welcome to Chicago.
Another nerd moment.
What about you, Bill? Have you always been a fan of True Detective?
Fuck yeah, man! I love True Detective, man. True Detective season 1, I should say, and True Detective season, because True Detective season 2 sucks.
True Detective season 2. I'm sorry, but yeah, that's hard to get.
It's actual trash, and I'm gonna tell you something. Like, you know how like
actual. Are you saying it's actual trashables?
It's actual trash.
It's actual trashables.
It's terrible. Like Alex, you know, as you guys know, Alex has a system of voting for his movies, and if he liked them or hated them or didn't like it or whatever the fuck, this one goes. That one. He also has a category. He walked out. You can check all that out. We did a live stream on Saturday. Yeah. You can go check that out later if you want. This is one that me and Alex walked out on. Like, this is season 2. We literally got all the way to episode 9. And then the next episode, we were just like, I'm not going to finish this. Do you want to finish this? And he was like, no, I don't want to finish this. I was like, cool. We're never going to watch this ever again. And we still, to this day, have not watched the last episode. Like, we got all the way through the whole series and was just like, you know what? Fuck this, man. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Been watching this show, like a fucking student.
Is pretty bad.
And it's so weird how bad it is, because like the cast is what really carried me as far as it did, because I was so excited about like Colin Farrell. Rachel McAdams is one of my favorite actresses.
Love Colin Farrell,
and I love it when Vince Vaughn does drama.
Rachel McAdams,
Taylor Kitsch, like who remembers that guy? But
four more days.
You know 9 yards. Loves some Rachel McAdams.
And yeah, like
I'm not a big Rachel McAdams fan, actually, to be honest.
No, look, you say Rachel McAdams, you love it, so they go watch they go watch the little Dicky. Yeah, go watch the Dave review over on 9 Yards.
Interview with Tanae and Drago. For sure. But yeah, Vince Vaughn I couldn't take seriously in season 2 for some reason.
But did you guys watch season 3? I didn't watch season 3.
Oh yeah, I watched season 3
with Mahershala Ali. That shit was dope.
What?
I heard it was really, really good.
Slapped yourself in the face because
I wasn't the only person who
didn't watch it. Come on,
Mahershala Ali. No, whoever didn't watch it slapped himself in the face. You're not the only person that need to slap themselves in the face.
I'm not gonna do that. But I will say that this third season, it definitely started out pretty.
Man, you know when I met Mahershala, if I had told it, I would.
Fourth season.
I thought you had totally seen it. See, if I had told
what? Well, you would have told him, hey, my brother hasn't watched your show.
When he finds out, I would have told him not to watch this show.
Did you tell him you didn't watch Alita Battle Angel?
I would have told him not to watch this show.
Listen.
Because now he's going to know that you didn't watch it, and he's going to hate us.
Well, sorry,
he is potentially still going to be Blade, so watch the fuck out.
Hey, yeah, I don't want him coming after me with them things. Yeah. I didn't watch Green
By
Book
the time
either.
he's Blade,
I'm sorry.
Look, I'm serious. I met Mahershala. By the time he's actually Blade, that motherfucker will be all his shit will be CGI.
Right? He's gonna be 74 years old by the time that movie comes out.
Mahershala Ali is not a young guy.
Be like Secret Invasion. Oh, sorry. But. Yeah, and
glad you got a kick out.
It's just like I just imagine
nobody else laughed as hard as you. So
no one ever laughs as hard as I do. So I've lived with that my whole life, cracking myself up. But yeah,
hopefully he'll have a better makeup artist than Ed.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, I mean his makeup on season 3 was phenomenal, actually.
Oh, Ed's?
No. Ollie on True Detective, the show that we're talking about.
Yeah, I know.
True Detective season 4.
In the town of Ennis, Alaska, the 8 men working for Salal Research Station all disappear with only a woman's severed tongue left behind at the scene and a very ominous sign on a whiteboard that says, "We are all dead."
I don't know if it's ominous as much as it is informative.
Oh, yeah, 2 things can be true.
It's like they all dead.
But yeah, what did you guys think of just like this opening scene? Because it seems way more supernatural than the seasons have been in the past.
Jeff,
I was going to ask you about that. Yeah.
Jeff, go first.
The entire time I was thinking 30 Days a Night, especially when we had that one dude, Trevor or whoever, like just standing in the snow with no shoes or anything. I was like, motherfucker, this is vampires right here. Travis. I was just, so I was thinking that, then I was like, maybe aliens, and it definitely threw me for a loop. I also liked how the opening was so like uplifting and like joyful. I mean, they're watching Ferris Bueller, they're all having fun, they're joking with each other, and then it goes dark fast. I thought it was a really good juxtaposition. I thought.
Hold on, Jeff. Did you say aliens?
I was also thinking Fargo. I was Fargo also thinking I think the fourth kind was also set in Alaska. The fourth
kind?
Yeah, that's true.
It is in Alaska. Did you know Alaska has more disappearances anywhere?
Yeah, but that's probably mostly because of all the murderers that moved there.
Or it's because of the aliens. Or it's because of the snow.
Oh yeah, the Thing vibe also. Yeah, good
catch
there.
Thing.
With the,
and apparently there is apparently there's
Lee Shaw shows up in this one too.
I think there's a Thing movie.
I think there's the movie is in the research center, and like I think in the movie.
Yeah, when they're watching Ferris Bueller's Day Out.
I guess they just had that one scene on repeat because it's weird that scene is still playing when they get there.
You said the Thing is.
Oh yeah, I think there's like a DVD of the Thing in the. I just heard. I think it was like heavy spoilers or somebody.
That would make sense. How do you not watch the Thing if you're at an isolated ice station? You know.
Oh, definitely the perfect thing to watch. Actually,
actually,
you're not thinking anything is going to go wrong.
Let me tell you something. now that I think about it, I'm gonna slap the first motherfucker who puts that goddamn shit on. First person who puts on the Thing, I'm fucking locking his ass.
You're slapping me because it's gonna be like, bro, we should watch the Thing.
That's a good movie.
Like, nope. Then we'll be up in here and he'll be typing. All work and no play makes 9 a bad boy. And I'll be like, hell no, fuck all that.
I'll tell you what, the Thing still holds up.
Oh.
Does it? Find out soon. Does it hold up?
Yeah, it was on the list, but it was on the list because because I heard that they got such bad reviews, but the rating is way too high now. But Detective Evangeline Navarro believes the victim to be Ann Kotok, a Native American woman who was stabbed to death with her tongue cut out after protesting the construction of a local mine that is apparently the lifeblood of the entire city.
Maybe she shut her damn mouth.
Women should just shut their damn mouth. I mean, that's the moral of the story.
Hashtag Alex hates women.
Can I just talk? Can
we please get that hashtag?
Can I be serious for 2 seconds? How about I just don't like how True Detectives has gotten all woke because they got women as the main characters.
I can't stand me seeing a woman as a main character.
I just can't stand it. Oh man, no, I'm joking, man. Look, I like the fact that they did that. They got Jodie Foster, and then they got this big booty Native American black lady. I don't know how that works. Is she African? Jesus Indian, African, Native American, Native African American, Native Afro American. I don't know. Put it in the comments. Correct me. Put it in the comments. I don't know, but we got a great cast. It seems like so far. The beginning of this episode starts out with these dudes just dipping out. Didn't it seem like this dude, one of these scientists, didn't it seem like he got possessed?
It's the paranormal stuff that's kind of.
He seemed like he got possessed.
Creeping me out here, right?
Yeah, when he was doing that shaking and stuff, that looked like some supernatural shit. But I was like, maybe he was just that scared.
Yeah, but they were also on some weird supernatural type shit in first season, but at least it seemed that way until like you get more information and it's just like, oh, this is just like it's like some Scooby-Doo shit. Like it's like, oh, it's ghosts. But then like you find out that it was just Mr. Wilson.
Right.
He was like
Professor Hyde White.
Yeah. Exactly.
So was the seizure guy, was he also the guy that was hunting the elk or whatever at the beginning?
No, I think it was a different guy. He was all clean shaven and shit. Oh, just real quick, the actress who plays Detective Navarro, Callie Reese, she's actually a former world championship boxer. She was a champion in 2 weight classes, so that's pretty rad. And she's
also got. I was gonna say she's also got Cherokee and Nipmuc ancestry. Okay. I don't know how to pronounce the second one. Yeah.
Shout outs to her. She definitely has the physicality of a cop. I think that's
the answer to my race question is yes.
I know one thing: she does not get fucked. She does the fucking.
Yeah, she does the fucking. Hey, you get fucked by her. By
that poor little white boy tried to get up. She was like, "Boy, let me tell you something. I'm about to grab all this nut real quick. Ain't nothing you can do about
it's over.
Taking all of it." And I don't even like you. You're just the only person in this town that I want to have sex with. Right?
Oh my god, living up there would be miserable. Like you can only
have sex,
drink, do drugs, prostitute yourself.
prostitute yourself,
or prostitute someone. Yeah,
you just have sex with people you don't like. That's what it is. That's what you do.
Yeah, it seems like because there's not a lot of turnover in this town. I don't think. I think there's a lot of new people.
I don't think so.
Moving in.
No.
But
I don't think so.
I'll tell you what. I think if there are, they're going to that fucking science station.
Yeah,
I'll tell you a good point. They're going to that trailer. But they was just at that trailer park. That's where I'm going.
I thought it was Tesla. I thought
where old girl was at
Tesla Science Center, but I forget what the actual name is.
It's ALSA. Or isn't it
Tsalol?
No,
is that it's pronounced. I mean, is that spelled?
No T. Yeah, it's. Well, how do you pronounce it?
I don't know.
How's it pronounced? I mean, how's it spelled?
TSALAL.
Yeah, it's Elsa. It's Elsa or something like that.
Just Lesla.
Put it
in the comments.
Hilariously, yeah. I was about to make a joke. Please put in the comments what you think how you think it's pronounced. But anyway, moving right along.
I was like, I don't know how they're going to do that.
Case remains unsolved. The case of Ann Kotok remains unsolved after 6 years, which Navarro blames on Danvers. But Danvers soon uncovers a possible connection between Ann and a parka worn by one of the researchers and a photograph, and returns to Salal, where she finds Navarro also inspecting the facility. I like their relationship. These actors have really good chemistry, and I'm excited to see their very Riggs and Murtaugh relationship going forward. Jeff, what did you think about the chemistry between the actors and everything?
So I completely agree with you, and I like that you use the word chemistry because they have such a contentious relationship. And I just like that, yeah, when it comes to actors and their relationship with each other, good or bad, it's all chemistry. And I think that they're playing their parts very well so far, obviously. Jodie Foster is Jodie Foster, dude. She's always, she knows the role going into it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think Callie, was it, right?
Yeah, Callie Reese, I think, or Callie Reese.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Callie, I think she's playing off it really well, and I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yeah.
Callie the Killer Reese. That is it.
That's a dope boxer name.
That's gotta be right.
I just made it up right now, but we can get her back on the fight card next year.
Wouldn't be the first boxer or fighter that we've had on the show. So
yeah, let's get it.
We could have Blake back on. Yeah,
Blake's gonna be definitely doing this next week because I already told him yo, you need to check it out. It's a good show. When he sees that this young lady is on there, he's gonna be like, "What?"
Yeah, he's gonna be like, "Ooh."
It must be intimidating though, still, because you're acting opposite
I was just thinking that earlier.
Foster.
Like she's in her bag.
No, but I was thinking
Right.
that earlier. But I was thinking that earlier, but what I was gonna say the same thing, but I think that she probably elevated this lady. You know what I'm saying, Jodie Foster. Because what if this was her first thing and it wasn't with Jodie Foster and it wasn't with anybody as experienced as her? You know what I mean? Like maybe they wouldn't be as helpful, or as giving as an actor. So I think that this was a good pairing for inexperienced, experienced actor.
Yeah, for sure. And shout out to Jodie Foster. In my top 5 favorite tank top actors of all time.
Top 5
for sure.
Top 5.
But
everybody can't be in the top 5.
Yeah, not everybody. Check out my review of The Killer if you want to figure out who my all top 5 of my favorite tank top actors are. But
there's a lot of lists.
You know what you look like? Video. You look like a rube.
You should change the name of that video to like just whatever
lists.
top top 5.
It's gonna be called lists.
Top 5. Just call it top 5.
But yeah, the two of these guys, the two of them argue over Anne's case until they are summoned to a frozen lake where Rose Agnew, a lonely woman who lives on the outskirts,
not Agnew, but Agnew.
Andor's
mama.
Agnew.
It's Andor's mama, right?
Wait, Andor's mom? Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah,
it is. Yeah.
She Andor's mom.
Yeah, she's been in a lot of great stuff.
So, are you saying Travis is a Force ghost?
I think that Travis is a tumor. I think that Travis is a tumor.
She was hanging around too close to Godzilla.
It's just it's pushing. There's a portal near her house, and it's pushing up against her brain. The tumor is pushing up against her brain, and Travis showed her where she hid all those dead bodies that she had from the 90s. And they like, oh shit, and she just told on herself.
Did we already figure it out? Is that the finale?
Goodness,
she killed all these people.
Guys, we just saved ourselves 7 episodes. Way to go, us!
Agnew is the killer.
That would be an interesting misdirect because there are only 3 bodies in the ice here, and there's like 6 people that disappeared.
I don't think that those
could
are
be
guys.
different. Yeah, this could be a different group of bodies. Yeah, this could be a different group of bodies entirely. And she's having this weird hallucination.
If it's not, and it is the scientists, it has to be supernatural. There's no way they melted and refroze enough ice that quickly.
Well, it's 4 days.
Those guys.
It's been 3 days.
Yeah, she said 2 max.
Well, at this point, but there's been a whole nother day that's passed.
Okay.
So it's at least like 3 days.
3 days? Still, I mean, that much ice, that takes
I don't know nothing about frozen. I don't know nothing about frozen places. I don't know nothing about it. I can't really speak on it. All I know is that the Kansas City Chiefs game, motherfucker pulled out a bottle of water and it froze immediately. So that's all. So all I know is that it can or could. You could be right. You very much so could be right.
So what I'm hearing is we got to get. What I'm hearing is we got to get Bill Nye on as a guest. As a guest interview.
We need to, because Neil deGrasse Tyson don't know nothing about that.
No.
He's space guy.
He can come back on for season 5 for All Mankind.
For All Mankind.
Yes, exactly. That's how we do it here. So check us out. Next week we're gonna have Bill Nye the Science Guy and also Neil deGrasse Tyson in the second hour of the Drunk Banthas podcast. I'm trying to tell you it's going down, but it's only going down for the members.
Oh, Bill is having the best night.
All right, what did you guys think of there's just like a sort of the mystery behind Anne, because she seems like a really tragic character, and shout outs to Indigenous people. Me and Nine were talking about this before the pod started, like with Killers of the Flower Moon, Marvel's What If, Echo, like there's Reservation Dogs. There's a lot of great Native American representation in the past few years. And this movie kind of speaks to just like racism towards Native American people in this area.
I was gonna say on that, this actually it's been a thing that's been ongoing for a long time, but even just again recently, Native women in Alaska have been disappearing and getting murdered at an alarming rate, with no one seeming to care or look into it.
Yeah,
so I think it's really smart that they're bringing this up now too.
For years, for generations.
Yeah, there was even this movie called Wind River that came out in like 2013.
Vice did a big piece on it. Vox did a big piece on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a growing issue. There's a place where they what do they call it when they do the lake thing? Comb the lake.
Right.
They comb the lake there all the time, and they always find a body. Most times not the one that they were even looking for. So this is a big issue, and so it feels like to me in this series they're pushing that a little bit. You know what I mean? Like,
agreed.
They're going to dive into that, and one of our main characters seems like she has it for people who like to pick on women. She will whoop your monkey ass.
Oh man, that was awesome! That early scene.
Where she whooped up on dude, but also she's been through some trauma with her time as a GI in the military. She saw somebody's face get blowed off.
Yeah.
I'm
excited for them to unpack that.
Who speak?
As the
who speak? We speak.
Yeah.
I speak.
Well, that's like kind of the perfect thing about this season, like, or as far as the premise setup goes, because there's some dark shit that goes up in Alaska for sure. Yeah. So it'll be interesting how they play off of that. And I just think it's kind of interesting how they are mixing in the supernatural elements, though. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
well, I don't think I don't think they're going to be supernatural elements.
Yeah, I think it's a red herring.
It's a little bit of a red herring, but at the same time, we are still being presented with this lady following a ghost out into the goddamn
they've always been really good about like this creepy imagery, even though this is a different writer and director than who did the first two seasons. I forget that guy's name, but this is Isa Gonzalez, I believe is her name, who wrote and directed this season. But the show's always been good about like interjecting like creepy imagery and like something that seems fantastical, or just like people seem so much more evil than any human should be. But yeah, this does take it a step further, and it makes you almost think whether like things are real or not. And I chalk that up to the execution, because it could seem corny, especially knowing how other previous seasons have been and how more grounded they've been. It could seem corny. It's like, man, we know this ain't no supernatural shit, but they've done a really good job of just like, but what if it is though? And
it's always fun when they do that, where it's just the entire time you're like, no, it can't be. But is it? But no, it's definitely not. But is it happening?
What is it?
Yeah, it's kind of like though, like we were watching The Idol. We thought it was vampire.
Just a sexy show.
Then the next episode we thought it was the devil. Right. And these are his demons. Tedros is the devil.
That was the twist at the end. It's like, no, this is actually just a normal ass show.
This one episode has way more merit than The Idol, though.
No. The real twist at the end was that they thought it was a good show when they were making it.
That was actually a big twist. I thought nobody knew this. I thought everyone knew that they were just making a ridiculous pile of shit, but no.
But let's you guys touch on the trauma a little bit of Navarro's character and how that's going to get unpacked as the season goes on. But what do you guys think of like the little hints towards Danvers' trauma? She's divorced. She had something dealing with drunk driving, possibly a death that happened in her past, and she's got this kid that's not her kid. A lot of like little things. Exposition isn't just like, we don't get exposition dumps where we find out all about her past. But Nine, are you interested in seeing like what's going on with her?
I think it's either going, I mean, we can take the two branches of thoughts or the two camps of thoughts where it's like either, she lost someone to drunk driving, or she was actually the perpetrator of a drunk driving incident.
Right.
And we could I think it could branch off into that about like how crazy.
I saw a little bit of that too. It could have gone either way. They didn't give us any definitive vibes like to go off of, but we can tell there's some trauma there.
Yeah. She's definitely dealing with some stuff.
There's
some there. And it might even involve, the father of this mysterious daughter who's making, sex tapes with 16-year-olds. They kept imploring the 16-year-old thing. It was like, I mean, she's 16 too, right? Like, y'all are making it seem like this is some.
They didn't
sure hope so.
She implied. I mean, she said it one time.
Well, I mean,
she was implying that she was 15 more than she implied it before they talked about it being her being 16. But my thing is what you just said. Like, how old is this girl? Because, like, I mean, making a sex tape is wild.
Yeah.
If you're a teenager.
That was crazy. What's the age of consent in Alaska?
Here's another thing that the age of consent doesn't necessarily matter, because in some states, kids
do it anyway,
kids recording that stuff can also get charged for making and distributing child pornography.
That is true. That actually ended up being a thing at like one of my cousin's high school, like 6 years ago. It was crazy. High school is fucked up.
That's exactly what it is.
It's 16. It's 16 in Alaska, but so
that's why they were making it a point to say 16. Though.
Yeah. Like, it's not a crime. I don't have to turn you in or like bring you in. I'm not doing ethical injustice to my job. Right,
yeah.
That scene in Transformers with Wahlberg where motherfucker whips out the Romeo and Juliet card.
That just goes to show you, though, like the law says that consensual sex is 16 in Alaska, but the parent is like, "Yo, what the fuck is you doing?"
Exactly. Like,
so,
what are you doing?
Obviously, you should go vote, you goofy ass Alaskan.
Bad mom, because the mom was the first person you hear say, "She's 15 years old. She's 15 years old." Say that to Jodie Foster's character. That's not her. That's not her age. She's 16.
Yeah, maybe she.
Well, maybe it could be like old girl was just lying.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah. And maybe. Oh, the mom is a bad mom, like who maybe she's not her mom, just like Jodie Foster ain't this girl's mom.
Oh, yes, that's a good point. Just people adopting people.
By the way, Lil Frothy, speak on the missing woman. I'm pretty sure all season this show we will be speaking on a lot of missing women. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, she was giving us props earlier in the comment before that, but I didn't know what she was talking about.
I'll let you know. So yes, also Lil Frothy, a YouTuber, Philip DeFranco, actually had a really good piece on that about a month ago about how there was these two missing Indigenous women in Alaska around the same time, in the same the suspects were the same family on the same property, and how it was basically all covered up. So I would look up Philip DeFranco, two women on YouTube. And you'll probably find that article. It was horribly depressing, but very informative.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Shout outs to that. Yeah. Like, text me the link to that, because I'll put a link to that in the video description. If you
only the happiest topics right here on the Drunk Band channel.
Yeah, we're bringing the sun out.
We're not bringing the sun out. We're in Alaska in 30 days of night.
All right.
Right now we are speaking about these women, and they're not missing.
Yeah, they are friends. Like,
yet.
Not yet. But yeah, I really enjoyed this season of premiere. Very solid opener. And just a lot of questions. Fucking one-eyed polar bears.
Who you think did it?
Okay, well, the polar bear was their spirit animal, right?
No, I don't know. There was a polar bear, one-eyed polar bear that she picked up the little stuffed animal earlier in the episode. So
I think it's Callie's spirit animal.
I have no idea, but I want to ask everybody, who do you think did it? This is a who done it. So who do you think did it?
Yeah,
was it Andy? What's his name?
Can I say my guess?
Hold on, what?
Can I say my guess till the end?
Okay.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, but
I don't know.
Fair enough. Fair enough. We're not going to force it out of you.
We'll have to beat it out of you.
Alex, I sent that link in our Instagram chat, by the way.
Okay, cool, awesome. Yeah, that will be in the video description eventually, guys. But who are you trying to say you thought was the killer?
So who you think it is?
I was just asking who y'all think it was. Do you think it was the little sheriff dude, the goddamn
Danvers' ex-husband?
Was Barney Fife looking at?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not her ex-husband.
No, that's not her ex.
No.
No, it's just the other guy's dad.
Other guy's dad. Okay. For some reason, I thought that they were in a relationship with their
back and forth.
Yeah.
No.
I think, by the way, I think her ex-husband, the 16-year-old that's living with her, I think that might be his affair baby. And like he died, and Jody felt the responsibility to take her in.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Which would also explain the animosity between them and like their harsh backstory and why she's always depressed.
Okay, that's an interesting theory. Yeah, I'm very curious what's going on with that family. I
think of course her parents are dead. That's what I think.
Well, yeah. I would assume that we haven't met the killer yet, just from I think so. Who, thinking about the first season, we probably haven't seen who that person is yet. So I'm gonna assume we haven't met him yet. Or
I don't think their ship has landed yet.
Andor's mama. She's crazy.
Andor's mama. She's a good choice. She's crazy. She's seeing dead people.
You have any predictions of who the killer?
I think it's Travis.
Oh, you think it's Travis? You think he's still alive?
Travis just killing people.
You think he's a now? Is it he's not dead? He faked his own death, or is it that he's a vampire and/or alien?
He never died because they never found his body.
Yeah,
and he was like, "Nobody, no death. Nobody, no death." And he just goes out. He does meth, and he walks around barefoot outside. And he runs around, and he decided he's going to start killing.
Oh shit! So that was just him for real.
Yeah, that was just him.
right. Which means y'all heard it from Bill. Meth protects against frostbite.
It does,
hypothermia
over a long period of time, a long period, long-term use. It doesn't. You can't just take meth and walk outside barefoot. You have to have long-term use of meth.
Gyarados' hydroblast also.
But any final thoughts on this episode before we get out of here? 9, any final thoughts?
Oh yeah. What did you guys think about this? I'm gonna only play a second of this being
Billie Eilish
song.
Yeah, that's enough.
What
the fuck?
What is this from?
This is the theme song of the season.
This is the series theme song.
We can't play that too much.
I thought it was weird.
I thought it was weird.
Yeah.
I thought it was a weird take, a weird because they usually do an older, bluesier, more detective noir song, but this was kind of it's fucking Billie Eilish.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
It's kind of strange.
She's our neighbor, so we can't really say that.
It's an all right song. I didn't even know it was Billie Eilish played that, which is funny.
She really does
now I associate that. Now I associate that song with that shitty Madam Web trailer, so that's all I could think of when.
Wait, is it the same one?
It's the same song.
That was a trailer for the new American Horror Story. That wasn't American Horror.
I thought the Madam Web was a trailer for Disappointment.
That was the trailer for. Don't give Sony no more fucking intellectual properties.
Yeah,
don't do
they really fucked up with that. But
Morbius 2, it's Morbin time. By the way, my favorite thing the internet has ever done was trick Sony into re-releasing Morbius into theaters.
That was so damn funny. God damn. That was a moment in cinematic history. Might be better than the Barbenheimer moment, honestly. But yeah, Jeff, what are your final thoughts before we rate this episode on the IMDb's?
I loved this episode. Like I said, I've never watched True Detective before, so I didn't know what I was coming in for. I 100% thought it was just like straight normal detective show. So having the supernatural aspects to it made it really fun for me. And yeah, I'm really excited to see where the season goes.
Yeah, it's a very interesting pivot because the first season, I feel like the darkness and the weird philosophical aspect of Russ Cole's character, of Matthew McConaughey's character, was like really the draw at that first season. You can't really keep ringing that bell and keep people interested. So I'd like how they change things up in this one. Bill, what are your final thoughts?
I love that we got a chance to get a dumpster fire at some point during this series because outside it's the cold. Dumpster fires are a trope.
I like that town. Yeah, I feel like that town definitely would aspire to a dumpster fire once or twice. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Like it's gonna be somebody hanging out.
Not even for need, but just for the fun of it.
I don't know who y'all the MVP was for this episode, but my MVP was the drunk driving lady who ran into the pole and she was drunk. She's like, "Oh, my baby left me."
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna be one of those weird small characters that has like pertinent information, like the
she's
penultimate
the killer.
episode.
Right, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. She's the one who did it.
Right.
She killed the indigenous girl. She was drunk.
Yeah, actually, you didn't tell us who you thought did it.
Oh, he said.
I said Travis.
Travis.
Oh,
yeah.
Travis.
I said Travis, but now I just changed it to the drunk lady. She seems like she. You know what? She seemed like she probably could stab some people because she seemed like she might be racist.
He might be.
But who's your MVP, Alice? Who was your MVP?
Jody's probably my MVP. Like, actually, hands down, my MVP. Yeah, easy. I mean, it's an easy choice. She's the best actress on the show.
You look like a rube. No.
But I guess before we wrap up, Film Age said it would be cool if Jodie Foster's character has a Clarice type origin, but she failed to save the woman, so she left for Alaska. That would be interesting. Like a sliding doors moment. What if she didn't win the third act of Silence of the Lambs? There's one-eyed bear as one of the clues. It's interesting how like we got this weird spiritual moment with the bear, but also there's a real moment with the stuffed bear. What's real? What's foreshadowing what? I'm very confused and excited.
Was the bear CGI?
Very confused.
Very confused.
When they do those outside shots, of like, is that CGI?
That's a sound
mine is CGI. And this looks like kind of a sound stagey. Because I was like, surely they didn't ship everybody out to Alaska.
Dude, sometimes those trucks are like,
no, but maybe somewhere in
like when they're
maybe British Columbia shot, though.
Yeah,
they're
British
doing
Columbia
or doing a big shot
in Canada, Vancouver.
When they're doing a big shot, when it's real spread out and it's far away and they're looking out, it just looks like straight CGI to me.
Yeah,
even the truck driving up looks like straight up video game shit.
Yeah, I think there's some compositing going on, some compositry going on this one, but it didn't look terrible or anything.
No, it actually looked really good. Even saying what I'm saying, I'm just saying, I wonder.
Yeah,
where's just this 4K getting really good.
That's the brand of weed that we're smoking right now. But let's go ahead and rate this bitch before we get out of here. Nine, do you have the IMDb?
Yeah, I got that pulled up here.
Let's see, where do we want to rate part one, guys?
It's a 7.8 currently.
Yeah, 7.8.
I would give it an 8 as my lowest.
As your lowest, okay.
Yeah, I'm giving this.
I thought this was a solid first episode.
Yeah, same. I'll give it I'll probably give it a 9 for the same reasons.
I'm giving it a 9 as well, Bob.
Okay, so I'm going to give it I was going to give it a 7.
Oh.
Just fine.
I think 8 works then.
It's just fine.
Average it between them.
Yeah,
it works good. Okay.
8.5. Filmage says 8.5, which I'm surprised. Filmage is coming in here without all the hate. If Filmage ain't got no hate for this one, I fuck with you, Filmage.
It was really good. I just don't think it's going to be like I'm saving my opinions for.
I'm just glad that you guys all liked it. Me and Alex have been watching it since the beginning, and for you people who haven't ever watched it, we really hope that you keep watching and joining us every Monday because we have a motherfucking wonderful time talking about all these things. We're gonna talk about them anyway. So you might as well come on over here and hang out with us and talk about them with us.
And there's a few people watching from 9 Nerd Yards. This won't happen all the time. So head on over to Nerds at Night or the Drunk Banthas channel and hang out with us there.
That's right. And Alex, did you have some notes? Did you want to talk about the
I wanted to do rating on the other episodes.
Oh yeah, so beyond Logic, the final episode of season 1 of Monarch.
It's 5.
Yeah,
I give it between a 5 and a 6.
I'd say 4 for me.
Okay, 5. Yep.
So yeah, 5.
Good rating.
Yeah.
Don't watch the show.
I don't know who said 4.8, but that's bullshit.
But we're going to do some. For All Mankind finale.
I think 9 is a solid rating for this one. I thought this was a great episode.
Oh, I will give this one. I would do 8.5, but you can't do 0.5. But I would do 8.5 because they didn't kill anybody. Giving it an 8.
Okay. I will also give it an 8. I thought it was really, really good. I think I'm just comparing it to other finales for this show, though, which is not fair.
Because they didn't kill anybody.
Because I would give this a 9. So if we had an 8.5,
it would be,
we would actually be perfect.
So it's funny because for True Detective, I was thinking 8.5. And I was like, okay, but we don't have that, so I'll round it down to an 8. But this one I was thinking 8.5, but I liked it enough to round it up to a 9.
Right, yeah.
Okay. All right. So
that's math right there.
I'm going to give it an 8.
Okay. Yeah, I thought Perestroika did a really good job of tying up all the storylines. I was really impressed with they didn't really leave a lot hanging.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they definitely
That's my old job. Leaving hanging.
Well, I'm also just comparing it to some of my favorite episodes that I've seen. So I'm just gonna put it there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's kind of how me and Alex were looking at it too, except also that nobody died. So
I was so happy when she didn't die. So
she didn't need to die, but that other dude needed to die. I do want to let everybody know we do have a very special thing coming up. It's a special thing. It's an award show. It's called The Drunkies, and it's our award show that we created, and we decide what goes. We decide the nominees for all of these awards. Most of the awards are awards that are not on award shows, So, well, Alex, but excuse me, before I go into the nominees, you guys get to vote on the nominees, and you just need to go to the Drunk Banthas channel, and you go to the community page, and you'll clickety-clow, and you'll be able to vote. As you can see, some people have already voted, and we got a lot of responses so far. So go on there and give it a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe.
Random picture of Tom Hiddleston.
Make sure you subscribe so that you can, and click the bell so that you can get notifications when we do it. We'll be going live with the Drunkies on the 10th of February, if I'm not mistaken. So get your tickets, and by that I mean subscribe right now, and you will be able to come visit us virtually and watch the Drunkies. We will be getting drunk. There will be awards. There'll be swag. People will be dressed up. We might even have some strippers. I don't even know what's going to happen. It's going to be an amazing show. Snoop Dogg might be here. There'll be celebrities.
Yeah, we have some. A lot of you guys are voting out there. Appreciate it. Looks like Spider-Verse is
red,
running shit
not a
right
red
now.
carpet, but a carpet for sure.
Oh, it's going to be a carpet. Maybe a shag carpet.
No, we have a red carpet. We have a red carpet that we had from last year.
A redhead. I wonder if the carpet matches the pubes.
Okay.
Come on, Forgetting Sarah Marshall still one of the funniest movies ever made.
We have a red carpet
in my votes
that we had last year. It will be a real production, and it will go back up if you happen to miss it on the 10th. It will go back up on our page. Just go look for it. Alex is going to do a great job editing it. And yeah, we have a lot of fun doing it. So if you can join us, it'll be a lot of fun. Also, we have new merch. Like we said, go check that out. It's in the bottom of the description here and the YouTube channel. Also go follow us on Twitter and Drunk Banthas channel Drunk Banthas on Instagram and TikTok because I don't have anything else to do. So follow me, follow us.
Speaking of which, thanks you for that segue. Before we get out of here, guys, tell the people where they can find you on the interwebs. 9. I'll let you go first.
You can find me right here on 9 Nerd Yards because we're streaming here tonight. And also at you can find me at Nerds at Night. And yeah, I'm working on a couple of videos. Should be getting those out soon. And can't wait. I do have one more thought. You know, it's kind of funny that in this True Detective episode that they had the Ferris Bueller playing, and I'm just like going through the votes right now. And that's like the same exact scene that they use for TMNT. When they're like,
oh, it is, yeah.
I was just like, oh, you know what?
Same different song.
Scene. Sorry, yeah. I am very ADHD. Severely ADHD. I had to get that out because wow.
Thank you for that insight. But Tim, where can the people find you on the interwebs?
You can always try and find me on Facebook, Jeff Madel, Instagram at MadelJeff. You can try and Skype Don Cheadle's Driveway at littledickie2.com. It's because of the hackers. Or you can on YouTube. You can find me on 9 Nerd Yards, Nerds at Night, and or the Drunk Banthas. I'm usually interrupting people on one of those channels.
What about you, Bill? Where can people find you on the Instagrammies?
Well, Alex, I already told you. You can find me at Twitter and all that stuff. But what was I about to say? Damn. Oh yeah, you can also find me every Tuesday going live on the Drunk Banthas channel if you're a member. I'll be going live at 8:00 p.m. Pacific time. We're gonna be talking about news about the nerd stuff, just things that I have on my mind, and things that we don't get a chance to get to on this channel, on this show, excuse me. So if you're watching from Nerds at Night, if you're watching from 9 Nerd Yards, go over to the Drunk Banthas channel, click the join button. It's 99 cents if you can afford it. If you can, some people ain't in a good position to be trying to pay no 99 cents a month for nothing. But if you got it on you, please come on over, join us. It's members only. It's fun. Also, if you're a member, you get access to movie reviews. Does it hold up episodes early AF?
Yeah, so please go ahead and check that out, guys. If you, like you said, if you ain't got it, ain't no worries. We're still gonna be here live every Monday at 8 p.m. Pacific time. Thank you guys so much for listening to the Drunk Banthas podcast. As I mentioned before, we do this every Monday at 8 p.m. Pacific time. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you can get updates on new videos. Check us out on Spotify, IG, TikTok, Letterboxd, likewise all the internet things at the Drunk Banthas. Until next time, stay safe, my little detectives. and may the force be with you.
Peace.
Jodie Foster.